more and there's less chances of bad things happening.
Gotcha. Okay. Moving on, I got a few incidents or some events that I wanted to take have your views on. So if you remember, I believe this was sometime early 2000s. This is Sri Lanka playing in New Zealand, and Brendan McCullum runs out Murli, right? Murli.
I was there.
Oh, were you? Okay, I didn't.
I was at square leg.
Oh, you were at square leg. Okay. Were you the one who was saying, like, just get back in the crease? Like, someone was doing that. There was an umpire that actually...
Brian Jerling. God rest...
Yeah. Okay. So my take on that obviously was, okay, and I guess, like, back in 2016 when McCollum was giving his speech at Lourdes, and he Kumar is there, and I think he apologizes to him, and he says that was a wrong thing to do, and things happen, right? But let me come back to the next topic, which is the Bairstow run out, right?
Yep.
Ashes. So when I looked at that, my personal take on that was the English were being very unreasonable in some sense, because yes, I mean, if you think about it, Simon, right? Like, when we start playing cricket, like when we're growing up, you do not want to get out of your crease. Like, the number of times, like, my friends, like when I was like probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old, and they ran me out because I wandered off my crease. I mean, it's implanted in our head that, okay, stay in your crease, look at the keeper, do this, or umpire, whatever, and then you only step out, right? So at least from my perspective, it added that spice to that series, so which is great for advertisement for the game. Yeah. But from your perspective, I know, like, you've seen that, and then what's your take on that?
So look, you go back to the Alistair Cook story. You go back to Brendan McCullum and how he wants to play the game of cricket, and how he wants to play the game of cricket today is a bit different to how he was playing the game of cricket back when Murli was run out. We are a product of our environment and about the rights and wrongs and the do's and don'ts that we've been educated through that process of growing up.
Okay.
The one constant is the rules. The one constant is the laws of cricket and what those laws say. But there's been unwritten rules, the ethics, the spirit of cricket, call it what you will, about how we think the game should be played.
Okay.
And depending upon where you've grown up, whether it's in Nepal, whether it's in Australia, whether it's in New Zealand, whether it's in England, they're slightly different.
Okay.
And we operate in this global environment where we bring these different cultures and different backgrounds together, which is one of the great things about cricket, is how cricket brings people together. We might talk about that later.
Sure.
But when you bring those different cultures together, those different rights and wrongs, those different do's and don'ts, there are going to be examples and situations that happen where those are tested or found out or exposed.
Sure.
And that's what happens. And what we have seen probably over the last 10 years or so is we've seen people describe their view of how they think the game should be played according to the spirit of the game. So don't run out the non-striker, backing up too far.
Yeah.
We don't do that. That's not in the spirit of the game. Well, hang on, it's a run out.
The man cut you're talking about, right?
Yeah. Well, that's how it's colloquial known, but it is a run out.
Run out, yeah.
And the umpires in the past would always say to the non-striker, "Hey, you're backing up too far. You come back.
Right.
But the cricket committee said, no, we don't want to do that anymore.
Right.
Why should the umpire call a dead ball and then deny getting the other guy out down the other end?
Right.
So anyway, here we are. Conveniently, we say, we don't like the way that you're playing the game, so don't run him out.
Yeah.
Whether it's Murli, who's left the crease too early to congratulate, or whether it's Jonny, who leaves the crease too soon because he's going to go and tap down and do something else and not wait for the ball to be dead.
Right.
It's in the laws of cricket.
Absolutely.
And so there are 2 points I want to make here. Your view about how the game should be played is really determined about the way you're brought up and what your coaches said and how they taught you to play the game.
Yeah.
Do they teach you the laws of cricket? Probably not. You probably know some of them, but you don't know all of them.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that I've seen is the generational shift, the generational change.
Sure.
And people's attitude towards either technology or what's out and what's not out.
Yeah.
And why do I say that is because in under 19 World Cups, in under 19 Tests, I see more and more running out of the non-striker as being that's a legitimate dismissal.
Sure.
Because they see that as, well, that's a run out.
Yeah.
And I'm not familiar about,
Sure.
what your dad said and what your granddad said and how we should play the game.
Yeah.
No, it's just out. Or if I see the ball clipping the top of leg stump,
Yeah.
therefore that should be out.
Sure.
Where most of us have probably grown up to say, well, surely there's some benefit of the doubt there.
Right.
Yeah, that's not really. I don't want to be giving out LBW ball clipping the outside of the top of leg stump. That's not right.